Hey guys, Mike Hartman. Welcome back to the third part of this video tutorial on Facebook group posting. Hopefully you've watched the first one as well as the second one. If you haven't, or if you've missed one of those, please click the link below and it'll take you right to the one that you missed. But anyway, we're right here on part 3 and we're really about ready to get into some really cool stuff. But just as a quick review, in the last tutorial we talked about everything from some really basic stuff to what Facebook groups are, why you should post to them, why people are posting to them, and we started really kind of talking a little bit about some strategies behind how to post, and then we're just kind of getting into the nuts and bolts of it, and that's kind of where I want to start off again. And this is, I think, the last screen that we were at, and we were talking about beginning to talk about the strategy that I use anyway, and that is you got to think outside of the box. You got to do the opposite. You need to become an authority. You got to give them something to think that they want, and you have to create anticipation. And just as a real quick review, on group pages, everybody's just blasting out their business link. Click this for this new incredible program. Here's 100 ways to make money for free. Join this business for $5 and make $2,000 a month. I mean, it's just endless. I mean, it's just one business spam link after another. And in order to be successful and have a successful strategy to post into group pages, you have to think differently. You have to be doing things that are opposite from everybody else, and you have to post stuff on those pages that the other people that are posting, that they want. They got to look at your post and say, oh, this is an awesome post, I want that, I got to respond to this. And you got to give them some anticipation, meaning you post something and then you don't give them all the information. You kind of give them a teaser, and that kind of brings up the next point that I want to talk about, and that is to the way that I have been successful posting to groups is I create an event, and here's how I do it. And I'll just use my example. The first video I post was the way I created anticipation, the way I thought outside of the box, and to do things that were opposite. I realized that everybody's posting to these group pages, and a lot of people were doing it manually. They're literally sitting there with their computer hand typing 300 messages, and it was crazy. So I have a strategy that in the first video that talks about how I use my email to post multiple hundreds of groups in just a matter of minutes. And I knew that the people that were posting on these group pages wanted that information. That was going to be of value to them, especially those people that were doing it literally, by hand typing all these messages. This was going to be information that they wanted. So, initially what I did is I just didn't post it and then say, here it is. I can't remember exactly, but I might have started on a Monday, and I posted, hey, here's how you do this. I've got a strategy on how to do this. I'm gonna send it out in my email on Friday, but you got to sign up for my email list to get the information. And then I would tease people throughout the week. I would write another message out saying, hey, don't forget to sign up, don't forget to sign up. And it would build excitement. People were actually sending me nasty emails saying, for God's sakes, just spit it out, man, tell me the information. I mean, it was really quite comical. I was actually getting feedback from people that were upset with me for teasing them too much. So that was awesome to me, because I realized, hey, this strategy is actually working. People are receiving my my emails, and they're reading them. And so what I did was I built up the information through the week. I gave them a date. I gave them the information saying, hey, here's when I'm going to release this information. And then I told them what they needed to do. And that was, if you want to get this information, you've got to sign up for my email service and then I'm going to send it out at this time on this day through your email. So watch your email. And obviously what that does for me, not only does it build excitement for the event that I created, but it gives me a lead. Once people sign up for my email service, then they're gonna hit my autoresponder, and they're gonna get email after email until they opt out. And hopefully a good percentage of those people, through the emails that I send out, which is a lot of training materials like this one, won't do that, and they're going to find my information valuable. And that's my goal. Is I want to create a community of people that like what I'm sending out and ask questions and give feedback. And that's was kind of a win-win for everybody. But that's the first thing I do, is I create an event. And so how do you do that? It doesn't have to be with what I do. I mean, it could be about anything. I mean, if you are joining a bunch of groups about cooking, maybe you have an incredible a recipe, or maybe you have a certain way of doing things that everybody in that group is going to love to do. And you got to get creative. Like I said in the previous slide, you got to do something opposite. You got to think outside of the box. Don't just blast your business link. Give those readers something that is going to be of value to them, and then create an event. So now here's the next part of this strategy that is really the key. Once you create this event, and once you give them the information, tell them what to do, sign up, and then you send out an email with that information, that's just the first part. So now what happens is you've got opt-ins to your email list of a lot of people that have signed up to get this information, and you've given them anticipation because you've been building it up throughout the week, and they're waiting for their email to hit on this particular day and time so they can look at this information. So now what information do you send them? And here's the trick that I've been using to get repeat leads from the same posts. And let me switch the screen here. And that is, the purpose of your post needs to be to increase the Google ranking of your video or blog post. So now let me explain that. So in the previous slide, we talked about creating an event and building up the anticipation of that event to the reader so that you're giving them that information. So and in my case, what I did was I sent everybody an email, and I said, here's the information you've been waiting for. And that information was a link to a YouTube video. And in that YouTube video, I gave them exactly the strategy on how to post to multiple groups. So what that has done, though, is that everybody that has visited that video to get that information, it counts as a view, and several of them have left comments. And what does that do? That takes the ranking of that video and it skyrockets it in the Google ranking. So for example, in my case, I started off with the video that had I initially sent it to my a few people on Facebook on my friends list, and there was maybe 7 or 8 comments on this video. I sent the information out as part of my event, and it went to hundreds of people on their email saying that they were waiting for this information. Within 1 month, this video that had 7 or 8 views has close to 4,000 views right now in just a month or so. It's got 60, 70, 80 comments on it. And what that done is, if you do a search for my keywords, it pulls up as the #1 spot on Google. So what happens is, anytime somebody on Google searches for how to post to multiple groups for free, my video shows up on the #1 spot. So it's not just the clicks that you get from the group pages, but those people that are watching your video from your posts on the group pages are helping you rank that video. And then what's happening is you're getting hundreds of other people, thousands of other people watching your material that don't have anything to do with the group pages at all. So by creating an event, sending out messages throughout that week or a couple days saying, hey, sign up, you're going to get that information. Not only am I getting their information in my autoresponder as a lead, and then I give out the valuable information that they're wanting, but those people now, my potential leads that I've got, are helping me rank that video on Google so I can get more leads every day. Does that make sense? So by posting to groups, it's not just me blasting a link out saying join my page, but I'm setting it up so that they're visiting my YouTube video to help me rank that, and then in return I'm getting leads every single day, and those are just people that are on Google searching for this information. It has nothing to do with the group posts. So that really is the key right there on how I get leads every single day from just a few group posts. The next point on here is, when you send out a group post, I think I might have mentioned this in the previous video, but you have to get something. You're not just posting something and spamming it out there. When you post something on the group pages, you either have to get a like to your page, you have to get their email address, or both. So in my case for this video, I actually got both. I used a custom HTML tab on Facebook, and I set that up so people would go to that link. I turned on the like box, meaning that they had to like my page before they could see the information. So they clicked like, all of a sudden my page gets a like. Then they would go to an Aweber sign up form that said, hey, sign up for my email list to get this information. They would sign up, and the Aweber form would immediately redirect them to the video with the information. They would watch the video, that counted as a view, that helped. Some of them would leave a comment, that would help me with my Google ranking. And I use a lot of Facebook custom static HTML tabs, and that's going to be another video that I'm going to do that kind of ties in with this whole thing, but I'm not going to really get into a lot of that right now. But the other part of this I just kind of talked about, but your capture page should redirect your people to the video or blog post. It's a great way of getting them to opt into your email list and then getting them to view the information that they're looking for. I talked a little bit about this just a second ago, but Facebook custom tabs, awesome way to use it, and I'm going to go into this other video, but Facebook won't block these tabs. You can redirect them anywhere you want. That has a like box. I just love them, and stay tuned, there's going to be another a video coming out that kind of dives into that more. But basically that's it, guys. I mean, to sum it up, I just kind of gave you the golden nugget right there and how I use post into groups, and the purpose that I use. I'll take whatever lead that I get from the group posts on that day, but I create an event, I create anticipation, I give them something that they want, information that they want to get. I'm not spamming the groups with just a silly business link. I'm trying to offer something of value, and in return for that valuable information, I'm asking them to help me rank my material on Google, and by doing that I'm getting additional leads far greater than what I would get from the group pages every single day. So I hope you've enjoyed this video series. I'll probably add to it down the road. If you have any more information, or if you have any questions, I should say, please get a hold of me. Go through the description box below this video, and there's a link to get on my email list if you're not on it already. I hope you've maybe got a few tips out of this, and it'll help you improve your business in whatever business that is. Thanks for watching.